U.S. Marine who went AWOL is sentenced. Corporal Wasef Hussein deserted his post in Iraq in 2004 and fled to Lebanon a year later. I guess we're going to start out this video with liberal hypocrisy, because Bo Bergdahl not only was defended for deserting, he also was back in the army. Jodi Arias' life or death fate rests with jury. If another deadlock occurs, the death penalty would automatically be removed as an option. Do you know what this means? Man accused of killing daughter unfit for trial. John Chuck is facing murder charges for allegedly throwing his 5-year-old off a bridge. Florida mental hospital. Trayvon Martin's mom. Killer got away with murder. Sabrina Fulton said she's disappointed federal prosecutors didn't charge George Zimmerman. He took a life. John Chuck got away with murder. Casey Anthony got away with murder. The Muslims who beheaded the Christian kids got away with murder. They all got away with murder, and they all took lives. The differences are, 1, none of those people had a mouthpiece to say something for them, and 2, unlike Trayvon Martin, all those people didn't do anything to provoke someone taking their lives. Trayvon attacked George, tackled him to the ground, and started punching his face. It was self-defense. Get over yourself, Sabrina. Ridiculous daycare note accuses baby of being aggressive. Samantha has been playing roughly and aggressively with the other babies. They'll be crying and upset, but she is smiling and enjoying herself. Even are using firm voices to tell her it's not okay to hurt her friends and remake her familiar. She is smiling and going right back. Can you help us out by maybe discouraging her discouraging her to not play roughly with her friends and her dog? Thanks. His profile on a top recruiting website touts him as a, quote, pro-style quarterback. His blog breathlessly recounts his accomplishments and the rave reviews of those who've seen him play All-American MVP, future Tom Brady in action. Daron is the man for real. Accurate, good technique can take a hit. Daron is my fave quarterback in the nation. Impressive accolades. If Daron Bryden is a top college prospect, but he's a 6th grader. A 5'2", 105-pound wisp of a kid whose only concern at this age should be where to have his next birthday party, not trying to impress scouts and coaches for a scholarship or career that might or might not materialize. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, said Trent Petrie, director of the University of North Texas Center for Sports Psychology and Performance Excellence. It sends the wrong message at that age, to both the child and the parent. What do these two stories have in common? It's all about the nature of children. We have a baby who played too aggressively with their friends. Honestly, if the kids are crying during playtime with this Samantha, then the parents shouldn't allow the children to play together. But to stop a child from playing is trying to disrupt nature. Same with the football player Daron Bryden. Boys will go out to play football in school. It's natural. That's what Democrats do. They try to disrupt nature. Homosexuality, not natural. Transgender, not natural, etc. Boys are liking boys, girls are liking girls, children are discouraged from acting like children. On top of that, they are abused, molested, and killed. And the actor who plays Superman apparently doesn't want to play him anymore, so he wrote a letter for Superman's funeral. So I guess Superman is dead now, along with America. I only saw a promo of the special on black fathers having to talk with their black children about how they have to do much better to just be seen as good enough. I can't even comprehend why nobody said anything about black people working hard at something after that aired, but all over a white kid for wanting to play football and work hard to be good at that. Oh wait, yes I can, hypocrisy. It's ironic that the Democrats who believe so strongly in the Dreamers are trying so hard to kill this kid's dream. You know what, Daron Bryden? You keep on tackling. You keep on scoring touchdowns because eventually someone will notice you and you will get a football scholarship because unlike liberals, I, along with other Americans, are proud to see some actual talent from a young person instead of obesity and autism over on honeybooboo. Unique football family. St. Brown brothers making a name for themselves. Equanimeous has committed to Notre Dame and Osiris, and Amon are being pursued by top division school. Why doesn't anyone tell them playing football sends the wrong message? Fucking hypocrites. Every single one of them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Bad timing on move to revoke Maine's seatbelt law. Days after 75 vehicle pileup in the state lawmakers wait, letting adult drivers opt out of wearing seatbelts. If I break this down, it sounds to me like lawmakers are letting people choose to be irresponsible and kill themselves if they get into an accident by not wearing their seatbelts, but when it comes to guns, they don't want to let people be responsible gun owners and possibly not get killed by a maniac using a gun as opposed to using a car. And it's funny because that was one of the main arguments for bringing back guns to the American people. Cars kill people too. Liberal lawmakers don't kill Americans, but it's laws like these that bring up the stubbornness of Americans like, oh, I don't have to wear a seatbelt, and then all of a sudden you're dead, and that's what those laws do. Coincidentally, now that we're talking about the comparison between guns and cars, I just want to say one more thing regarding that. You wouldn't go through all the trouble of getting your license, then running someone over, would you? Think about that. Boehner defends his leadership amid GOP unrest, the House Speaker says. Disagreements were merely over strategy and not about goals. Party is united. GUI and GOP vow help if health law subsidies blocked. 3 senators promised to help people who'd lose subsidies if the Supreme Court nullifies a key Obamacare provision. California GOP votes to charter gay rights wing. Republicans break from their party platform after endorsing an organization that has long been marginalized. People say the Republicans are a party of independence, but butting in with our tax money to help someone else out if they lose subsidies isn't really dependent now, is it? Republicans claim to be pro-family, but to charter the gay rights wing, again, is opposite of what they say they stand for. So for Boehner to say we're united as a Republican Party is a joke. You know who is united, though? Liberals and ISIS. Mexican drug cartel got our guns, ISIS got our guns, which liberals tried to cover up, so we're going to assume an accident. Meanwhile, liberals purposely take our guns away, then ISIS recruits Americans to join them, literally everyone from fitness instructors to gangs to teenage girls, and every one of them gets a gun. Meanwhile, the only people who have guns here are police, and what do? Stop people from speeding. Go catch a real fucking criminal. By the way, on my way to work, I was listening to Jeff Cooner, and while I didn't catch the whole story, I was able to follow what happened. And that was a 6-year young child was late for school, and he was ridiculed by the other kids. So Cookie starts going off on how kids need to learn about responsibility. Personal responsibility, I think he said. But when it came to President Obama, he said he reminds me of an inexperienced CEO. Doesn't really know what's going on and afraid to tell anyone because of his pride. Doesn't Obama have a personal responsibility to the American people to do the best job he can? If he can't, it's also his responsibility to resign and make sure someone takes the job who can do the best job. Honestly, if it were up to me, Cooksey, you'll be fired. You're a hypocrite and an Obama apologist. By the way, What this discussion of Obama not knowing what to do, it was about the American girl the Obama administration knew where she was, but Obama sat on the decision to go get her.